Today I want to talk about something a little more serious. I want to talk a little bit about anxiety and depression. So for the most part, I'm a pretty happy person. I've been very blessed. My family is amazing, and I have so many good memories, and especially the gospel. On top of all things, the gospel of Jesus Christ has been such a blessing in my life. And something happened though as I got older and I went and served a mission for the LDS Church. Your whole life revolves around serving people. Every day as a missionary, you're just looking for opportunities to help others, and literally every waking moment is based off of preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ, helping people, and it's wonderful. But eventually the 2 years are up and you have to go home, you have to go back to school, get a job, continue with your life. And that was really hard for me because you just came home, and it was really hard for me because that purpose that I had, I still have that desire to serve people and to help them in any way I can, but naturally I can't do it every minute of every day like I had been. And so I started just to feel like everything I was doing was selfish. Like I'm just studying for me, and I'm just working for me, and everything I'm doing is just me. And I talked to my mom a lot about it, and she would help me understand, that I'm working for my future family, and I'm working to be a better member of God's church. If I have a good job and if I have resources that I can use to help other people, well, then that's blessing others in the future. It's an investment. But it was just really hard to feel that in the moment. And then in addition to that, my whole life I've kind of had small episodes of anxiety, or like I had a tic for a long time where I would just be doing this the whole time. Like that's when I talk to people, my left eye would blink like crazy, or was it my right eye? I don't know. So I've had various episodes of anxiety throughout my life, but suddenly this became the worst, where things that used to be fun weren't fun anymore. Things that I used to look forward to, I didn't look forward to anymore. I was terrified of going to work. I hated going to class. I wasn't excited to go home, but I wasn't excited to leave home either. It was just this constant state of just not even numb. I wish I was numb, but it was to the point where I did feel negative. And it wasn't every day. There were some days that were really fun. There were some days that were really great. I still liked watching TV, still liked hanging out with my friends. But moments became more and more rare where I felt comfortable, where I felt happy. Part of my anxiety constantly brought back the idea that I'm disappointing people, that I'm disappointing my parents, I'm disappointing my friends, that I'm a nuisance, that I'm a bother, that they don't like me. And those thoughts just would keep on rotating in my brain. And it wasn't until Three Mormons, which is, we've changed the name now, but we did an episode about anxiety, and we had a friend come on and she talked about her problem with anxiety and how she got help from a doctor and some medication. And up until that point, I'd been really afraid. I'd been really scared to get medicine because I don't like the idea of taking pills. I don't like the idea of needing to depend on them. So it took me a long time, but it wasn't until about a year ago I just have these nightmares every night. I couldn't sleep. I would sleep, but then I just wake up exhausted because all night my dreams would just be crazy, scary, uncomfortable. I'd just be tired. So I finally went to a doctor. It was actually because I had a cold or something, but then I was like, actually, doctor, this is interesting, but I have nightmares every night. I can't sleep, and it's hard to get better when you can't sleep and you're sick. So he has me do kind of a questionnaire, and he's like, yeah, you've got anxiety. Usually a person has this score, and mine was here. Oh! And so that was the beginning of the process of just taking medication, trying new medications. Some of them had weird side effects. Some of them made me nauseous. Some of them made me dizzy. Eventually we found some that worked pretty well. Turns out that if your sibling takes a certain kind of medicine, then that same medicine will probably help you. So my sister, she's gone through something very similar, and so I was able to help me. But even then, even with medication that's helping me to be calm, to be less stressed, to be more reasonable, and most of all, it stops those racing thoughts. It helps me calm down, and it helps me see things as they really are, instead of spiraling out of control and imagining every worst possible case scenario in existence. It helps me just focus and be okay. But it was interesting because as I started to get help from the medicine and everything, I stopped looking for the spiritual help that I needed. And that's pretty much what I want to come down to, is that I know that God has given us a lot of ways, a lot of resources to help overcome these mental illnesses or deficiencies, and medication helps a lot. And also, the scriptures, prayer, fasting, the temple, everything that's involved with the Church of Jesus Christ, Latter-day Saints, and the gospel of Jesus Christ can help you find a greater purpose and greater peace. And I just wanted to share with you guys that it's okay to look for help, and that you're not alone, and that the dark days get better. And Elder Holland gave a talk about called Like a Broken Vessel, and talking about depression. And he says that it may be a dark day, week, month, or year, but the light will come, the sun will shine. So don't give up. Never stop trying to do your best. Remember, you always matter to someone. There's always at least one person, at least, I know there's so many more, but there's at least one person who cares, who prays for you every day. So whatever you do, just keep trying. And just know that you're worth it. You're worth all the effort it takes to get better. You deserve the best because you are a child of God. And I know that sometimes it is going to be a long time before things get better, but they will. Someday we will be resurrected because of the Savior's sacrifice, and these illnesses will be gone, and we'll be perfect. Our minds will be perfect. I just need you guys to know that you are amazing. You do so many hard things every day that people don't understand. People don't understand what you're going through. People don't understand how hard it is for you to do the things you're doing and the challenges you're overcoming. And you owe yourself. You deserve to reward yourself, to praise yourself for all the hard things you're doing. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now. Good job. Like, I'm so proud of you guys for all the crap that you go through, and you're still good, and you still are kind to people, and you still work hard. And if you're in a spot where you don't feel like you're doing good and you don't feel like you're doing that good, start baby steps. Just remember that you are amazing. What is it in the movie The Help?
You is smart, you is kind, you is important.
I challenge you to look at yourself in the mirror and say that. Look at yourself in the eyes and say, you matter, you belong, you are loved, you are special, you are talented, you are strong, because it's true. And the more you say it, the more you'll believe it. And then other people will start to say it more often. Other people will see that light, and then they'll be blessed, and then they'll start to see the light in themselves. Love you guys, and I'm grateful for the support you give me, and I'm grateful for all the good you do. I hope you have a wonderful week, and please be nice to yourself. Please be kind. Positive affirmation is going to makes a huge difference. So have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys later.